Hello, Barendipit is here with another video for the board game shelf, and here I have Dungeon Mayhem. This is, you can see it's officially Dungeons & Dragons branded, but this is a little self-contained card game where basically you take the role of a character and you have health, so that's what these little tokens are for. You kind of track your health and there's various conditions and things like that. Here, I'll just like dump all this out if I can. There we go. This is a very simple and straightforward game, honestly. There are 4 characters in here. You can kind of see these 4 right here. Each character has a deck of cards, signified by mostly by the color, right? Here you go. And yeah, all you do is you just play a card and you do the effect. You apply the effects of that card and you keep going like that. And the last player standing wins. But yeah, I was able to get this for very cheap. I think somewhere online or whatever. But yeah, it's just a very, very small little like Dungeons and Dragons branded kind of thing. There are other sort of like expansions to this where you can play like as a beholder or a lich or something like that. Let me see if I can try to find the. So each of these characters has a like a little reference card and like a health tracker kind of a thing. Let me try to find. Here we go. Yeah, just like that. I think actually the back of the box explains it a little bit better here, maybe. So we have basically we have a barbarian, a paladin, a rogue, or a wizard. And so obviously the barbarian would probably have more like attacking and stuff, more rage sorts of things. Well, here each card is going to have symbols. Shields blocks damage. This symbol lets you draw cards. The sword let you deal damage. The lightning bolt lets you play extra cards, and the heart lets you recover hit points. And also each character has mighty powers as well, which is signified by these symbols. So for example, this one right here is a mighty power that you get to sort of like use essentially. But if as the wizard I was to play this would deal 2 damage. Or if I played this would block 1 damage and let me draw a card, and so on and so forth. Yeah, this is very much like if you want to introduce kids to Dungeons and Dragons, this doesn't really introduce them to like the mechanics of Dungeons and Dragons, but definitely a lot of the feel of silly fantasy adventure kind of thing, right? The art is rather charming. I like it, and definitely it does also get you used to sort of like some of the types of characters that are made in Dungeons and Dragons, because we have looks like we have a half orc barbarian, a human wizard, a elf paladin, and a tiefling rogue. So yeah, and then you have these little chips and things to keep track of damage and like your health and stuff like that. Oh yeah, so I guess the names are on here. So the wizard's name is Azan. It looks like the paladin's name is Leah. The barbarian's name is Sutha, and the tiefling's name is Oriax. I don't know if those are like someone else's characters within Wizards of the Coast in D&D or something like that, but there you go. Just simple D&D fun, D&D branded fun, essentially. And yeah, like I said, there are more like Dungeon Mayhem, like expansions and little things like that, but honestly, this is fine for me. I don't really care too much about getting much more than this. Just a simple little game that I think people of just about any age could enjoy. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and until next time, all the best.